So I wanted to show y'all this real quick. A clip that went viral on Twitter. Just getting y'all's thoughts on it. The thing was titled "Same Sis," and it was a guy went up to this woman who was getting out of a Maserati, Levante, I don't know how to pronounce that. Woman getting out of a Maserati, and he says, "What do you do for a living?" You'll hear what she says.
Excuse me, what do you do for a living?
What do you mean?
Like, what do you do for a living?
I married one.
Y'all got that right.
She got the bag on too.
Birkin bag.
Those are like $30,000.
So what do you do for a living? She said, "What do you mean? I'm married. Why?" I think anyone can answer that question. What do you do for a living? Oh, I did this, or I did that, or I'm retired, or I did that. It was weird that she didn't understand the question of what do you do for a living.
Yeah, because if you do something like, oh, I'm a music artist, that's how I'm able to afford this. I feel like it's a pretty logical, common question to ask. Somebody that has a lot of expensive things.
Unless she's like a drug dealer and she really didn't want to tell anybody.
There's YouTube videos of asking rich people what they do for a living, and they all say, "Oh, yeah, I do that."
They say what it was.
So it's not a far-fetched question, so I think we can take that away. And then someone quoted it by saying, "Not understanding the concept of working, greater than, love that for her, wishing this on me and all my girls." Bruh. Not understanding the concept of working. So what does that mean?
The males are just the providers only?
So is it like, we don't even know what work is?
We don't need to work.
We don't need to work?
I'm married.
And then I think somebody did a reply to it. They said, "Same women that scream equality but don't work for none in life." How that works. I don't think he articulated that very well. But then you hear the narrative of, "I don't need a man for anything. I'm independent. I'm an entrepreneur. I work." Then you have this group of people saying, "I don't even want to know what work is. Congrats to her." There must be two narratives within women, I guess, or because I know a man who doesn't work is a bum.
Oh yeah.
Is lazy and unmotivated. If a man, "I don't want a job." No, it's not very manly.
Because if it was flipped around, that's taboo.
When have you ever seen that? The woman that's taking care of the guy that's just to stay at home? I don't think you ever really see that.
But it's okay to see both sides of the girls.
But you can only see the successful male. It's not okay to be not up there.
This person says, "Feminism is about letting women want to live the life they want, and if they choose to live the life of working, they should have the same rights as the male counterpart. So I should be allowed to sit at home and get my wife to pay the bills and buy me a car, or am I a bum for that mentality? But if a man wanted to live off his woman's money, this app and world would be going crazy." There's a lot of double standards that go on Twitter and life in general. In my personal opinion, I'm not saying that this is the truth or fact, but the narrative of not understanding the concept of working, like, sure, I think it'd be great if no one ever had to do anything hard ever and everyone was just lived a vacation, but that's not tangible. Or I mean, that's not realistic. What do y'all think, man? I logged off after I saw that. I was just like, what am I on here for?
And what type of message is kind of getting across? And when someone sees that, what do they think? So yeah, I'm curious to know, especially if you're a girl, what do you think about that?
Girls can answer this one. I feel like I'm gonna get in trouble if I say the wrong thing.
Last night I was talking to my friend about how I tweeted it, Twitter, follow me. Having thick skin nowadays is taboo. You're just supposed to get offended, and that's the new norm. We talked about this before. People getting mad at things and triggered and frustrated and whatever over insignificant things. I'm trying to solve world problems here. Steven, what do you think? Why is it that people are so easily triggered nowadays? So easily offended and want to just pounce on, "You can't do that. That's wrong."
Because they see other people getting offended super, like it's just like the new, like you said, it's a new norm. So like everyone sees everyone else getting super, like offended easily over this. Oh, like I'm gonna get canceled if I don't support with this, like, you know what I mean? So it's like this or that. So people, I feel like I don't know.
Did you see the Rihanna Fenty underwear thing that they were doing?
The brief boxers?
The boxer brief thing. I was talking to my friends about that too. So is it not okay for models to be models anymore? They had like overweight people and people of all shapes and sizes. Rihanna had them modeling underwear. Everyone was like praising it and was like, yes, like, yeah. So is being a model bad now or no?
Or is being a model even a thing anymore? Anyone can be a model.
Oh, yeah.
Well, because I would look, if I see a ripped guy, ripped, huge, muscular, whatever, or super fit, modeling underwear, that doesn't make me feel any type of way. I'd be like, "Hey, lit," and then I would buy the underwear or something. I guess the reasoning behind putting people who are of all shapes and sizes is to make people feel more included.
I think, especially with this day and age, companies and stuff strive to do that, to be like, yeah, we represent for the people. We are diverse. Yeah, like you said, if I seen somebody like a Hanes guy wearing a shirt, I'm not gonna not buy it because he's buff and I'm not.
You see a muscular guy wearing a Hanes t-shirt on the bag. You look at it, I don't look like that.
Go home and just cry.
I demand that they put a guy that looks just like me on that model thing.
The whole grand scheme of things, that's how the world operates. And especially in this day and age, people need to fit in.
You should be able to look at a model, a whatever, someone who's objectively very attractive and not get your feelings hurt about it? Or is that taboo?
It's taboo nowadays. Everyone's soft.
Or is the model thing gonna just go away in the future? Anybody can be poster boy for the new underwear, the new.
Yes, that's
everything.
what it's going to. There's no such thing as a model stigma, skinny, da da da.
Yeah,
Like,
because
does that go away now? Like, it's okay to be.
It's slowly fading away.
and y'all remember how they canceled the Victoria's Secret underwear show completely because of people couldn't stand to see women who were really skinny or
And you had to have a certain standard to even walk on the stage. Where it's like, dang, like you're already skinny, and then they're saying you're still a little bit too fat to be walking for us.
But if you're in the Olympics and somebody's faster, bigger, stronger, and better at the game than you, it's cool. You win, like you win the gold,
Yeah.
you could win a gold medal. But if it's a fashion show, I didn't make it up there, then I'm supposed to.
Because sex sells.
Yeah, right. Like,
And these companies just want more money. At the end of the day, they want to sell more products.
So people are gonna get offended. You might as well just include everybody.
You buy things with your eyes, right?
there's a reason they put objectively attractive people in the underwear. But then the counter argument to that would be, well, that's unrealistic beauty standards. So what are we supposed to do here? Like, is having abs and whatever sleek physique, you're not allowed to strive for, that's not allowed to be the idolized. It'd be different if it was, oh, because you don't look like this, now you're gonna be bullied, or because you don't look like this, you're bad. No, I'm trying to think of brands. Like Nike, for example. Nike has models who are fit, whatever, athletic looking, athletically built. They're models for a reason.
They deserve to be there.
There's a reason I'm not a model. I'm just not one. I'm not physically all charged up and like, I don't know. So what's the modeling industry now? So now it's just everybody.
Everybody and anybody.
Is it detrimental to show a bunch of really beautiful, ripped people in advertisements all the time? Is that detrimental to society?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Well, what about the little boy or girl that looks at that and their self-esteem is shot because they don't look like that? They don't look like the poster.
They don't need to, but do you want to buy the product or not?
It is a selling point. They're doing that.
Exactly.
We're trying to save people's self-esteem here. We're trying to save people's mood and ego, if you will. So what about every other facet of everything ever? So if I lose the sport game, so are they going to get rid of the Olympics to now where everyone wins the gold medal? I'm asking. I'm genuinely asking.
And almost like I would want to buy something with like, if it was like an attractive thing to look at, and I guess then what's attractive?
What's attractive? It's up to you. All right, there's an attractive guy on the poster. You don't even have to deem him attractive.
It almost makes me want to buy it more because that cool guy's wearing it.
And I want to be cool like that.
Yeah.
That's the point.
What's wrong with that?
Apparently there's something wrong with that. Because I'm doing simply the self-esteem thing. So everyone's self-esteem. Well, what about colleges? Well, my self-esteem got shot because I didn't make it into Harvard. And now my self-esteem is shattered. Can y'all let me in now? Well, I didn't get into that school either. Because the requirements were this. And I'm not, and I physically couldn't get on the SAT and do that.
Yeah, like you take away the model requirements. Like you said, you have to take the requirements for everything.
There's nothing wrong with having standards to think. Companies having their standards, what they want to be shown and looked at. There shouldn't be anything wrong with that. And I think it's cool that they're more accepting of other people or different looking people or this or that.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that as well.
You're not actively bullying or putting down anybody else by having a picture of somebody who's fit. Or a picture of if Rihanna uses a bigger guy for the thing. That's not shaming ripped people.
And it's because a lot of the world is not ripped, so they feel like now they need to make a change and, okay, let's put some more normal looking people, like normal, I guess.
Well, I want to strive to be physically fit and muscular. That's healthy for your body. Are we tossing out health out of the door for the sake of saving my feelings?
Are we talking about you want to get like buff, like big, or you want to get fit?
I guess just fit, just aesthetically, muscles.
Yeah, and
whatnot.
they would be promoting good health too. And what's wrong with that?
And like I just said, where does it end? It doesn't. It truly does not. Well, I don't have the approved credit to get in to buy that house. Well, can y'all just still let me in? Because now that hurts my feelings. Because I don't have enough money to get that. Come on!
I know you guys
really wanted it.
I know there's a standard I have to meet, but like, you know I'm never gonna meet it, so just come on.
So just let me in.
I feel like the world just gets softer, right?
It's going to get,
Like there needs to be.
It just gets softer and fluffier.
again, to the participation trophies for everyone. I think people now don't understand can't take the losing,
The acceptance. People can't accept things.
So I feel like my big takeaway is Well, if you're getting upset at seeing somebody who's a ripped model look good, are you gonna get mad at somebody on the street who looks good?
Exactly. Right. Just because they're not on the poster now?
You sitting there like doing nothing. Stop. What you want me to do?
Yeah, well, even like say like recording like record labels, right? They're not just gonna let anybody in. But my mom said I sound good. Just please sign me.
And the fact that you haven't signed me and put me in as part of your label and put me on the big screen.
There's no one that looks like me in your label.
And there's no one that sounds like me, and I have a unique sound. Okay, I have no numbers and no streaming and no followers and the music objectively bad, but
sign me, please.
And if you don't, I'm gonna cry.
I'm gonna boycott if you do not sign me. You're leaving me and my people out.
You only have good artists signed to your label. The launch of Fenty Beauty highlighted the importance of inclusive marketing, which jolted the industry and shifted the beauty landscape.
It shifted the whole landscape of the beauty industry?
I'm not in it, so I don't know. I could maybe ask my model friends. Hey, did it like shift the whole thing?
How big of a shift was it?
How big was the site like the shift? Okay, we knew the brand would touch women's hearts around the world, but we had no idea of the greater impact the work would ultimately have. There was no precedent to our radical approach to inclusivity. We had to break and disrupt all traditional marketing rules to carve a new path. Because the traditional marketing tools are put somebody pretty in the thing. I then want to feel pretty, so I do that.
So then when did the traditional change?
Well, apparently she just did it in the one campaign and it shifted the whole
thing.
Exactly. Exclude no one. From the beginning, our founder Rihanna was very clear that absolutely no one was to be excluded. Her vision of beauty for all became our marketing mission.
Even that, no one excluded. How do you include every type of person in it?
You can't. So they're using all races of people. Well, this is just a picture of all the races apparently they use for some. I don't know. I didn't do no research. Cool. Awesome. Including all the races.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Lit. The consumer and market reactions were phenomenal. We received photos of lines forming outside of our retailer stores around the world. Hundreds of people start posting selfies of themselves wearing the Fenty Beauty on social media. Our first repost was of a beautiful woman wearing a hijab. The direct sales surpassed our estimations, crashing our website.
I think people are standing outside and waiting in line to post pictures because it's Rihanna.
It's Rihanna.
Yeah.
Well, she included every shape and size.
I don't know. I'm not part of the beauty world or whatever, but we're just trying to make sense of it.
Meet the winners of Rihanna's Savage X Fenty campaign contest. Well, I didn't win the contest. So
I thought it was all inclusive.
I thought we all were winners.
No, it's a campaign contest.
Oh, so the contest with the best looking people won or something? You know what it is? All these companies is just who can be more versatile and who can attract more people or whatever, who can be more liked by more people around the world.
Because now are they trying to be inclusive, or are they saying if we include everybody, we can sell more?
We can sell more.
So
like,
now I'm confused.
We're more likable.
Are you doing it for the profit, or are you doing it for the no hurting anybody's feelings now?
Like being the best, like, ooh, everybody love us because we include everybody.
The other companies only use the pretty ripped people.
And then all the other companies like, oh, well, they're including people, so I guess now we gotta include everybody. And then that's how you make a shift to the thing.
This is a Vogue magazine. I really hope that Savage X fans feel liberated to live confidently in their bodies. People are always telling me how confident I am, commending me for making blah, blah, blah. One day I looked in the mirror and asked myself, forget what everyone else has told you. Do you love you because your opinion matters most? I have to live confidently and unapologetically. Never hurt anyone's feelings and
buy Strawberry Park because we're all inclusive.
Anybody can wear it.
Anybody.
And that's a whole other discussion that I don't even want to get into, but like.
I think we definitely dabbled in that where people can talk about it in the comments. Because we don't even have a full understanding. We just like to open up a conversation.
All of us watched this whole video before it was posted, and we like kind of looked at what we said and did some more conversation about what we were saying and how other people might perceive what we were saying and stuff. Because you know us, humble kings, like the best guys ever. We want to make sure that we're not saying things that we don't truly believe in. We just wanted to preface what we were saying because we know people like to get triggered. The main points we wanted to say were what we learned after watching this. We know that beauty is subjective, so there is no one exact image or definition of what beautiful is. Everyone, everybody can be and is beautiful in their own way. So that's number one point, just to toss that out there, like, whoa, everyone's beautiful, whoa, right? What we say in our opinions are just that, they're opinions, and we're comedic figures, I guess you could say. So we're saying stuff to provoke laughter and to provoke fun conversation. We're not politicians and trying to be held to some standard of, we know what's best for everyone and we're the best. We just speak what we think. You'd like to have a thought-provoking discussion with our viewers. So That's that. If you go to a comedy club, they say offensive things. They say things that target other people. They make fun of people. If you go to a comedy show, the comedian doesn't get up there. All right, guys, how you doing tonight? So just as a disclaimer, there will be some offensive jokes that I'll be saying. So like there is a joke that I'm about to say, going to be offensive to some people, and I want you guys to know that I don't feel like this. This is more just me wanting to provoke laughter. And yes, there is, they don't say that at a comedy club, but people like us, you kind of have to say it because y'all know how the world is. We did think it was interesting though. We were looking at Emma, who was it? Khloe Kardashian or something? Skims brand. She did what seemed to be an inclusive modeling drop or something. I don't know what you call it. They didn't make it a big thing. We didn't really hear about it the way you heard about Rihanna's thing. And we were thinking like, what we're trying to do here is help people's feelings and everyone feels included and everyone, hey, we're all a part of this. But we're noticing that the whole, you said Kim? They didn't really do a big grand, we're including everybody. They just included everybody. We thought that was interesting how they didn't point out that they had to include everyone, they just included everyone. So then it got us thinking, well, is this purely a marketing tactic? Because these are brands, these are companies that are aimed at making money. So if you can pull up people's heartstrings and make them feel a certain type of way, you're going to get more purchases. So we were just saying, for the purposes of people buying stuff, that's why these type of movements could happen, is because these people want to make more money for their thing. And it was, okay, well, they wanted to do a beauty shift. They wanted to shift the industry. They wanted to, it's meaning to shift the standard. Talking to all my model friends, they said that no shift has been made. And this is from my model friends. There could be other model friends. They're constantly getting measured still to make sure that they're a certain size, and they're constantly getting weighed, and they can only meet these requirements for this brand and this look. And did a shift really get made in all of fashion? If you try to be a model, they're still gonna be harsh on your sizes, harsh on this, harsh on your shit. Well, that doesn't work for this brand. And well, you gotta look like this. Well, what do you look like? Send us a picture of your side and this and that. It's not as all now fun and bubblegum as maybe people are thinking it is. And we realized the beauty industry, I talked about how, well, basketball and colleges have standards, and this has standards, and this has requirements. The beauty industry, the way the world's going, it can't have standards because beauty is subjective. So by saying this is beautiful, makes people think, well, does that mean this isn't beautiful? Not necessarily, but people self-harm over what they think they look like, and people's perception of how they look and beauty and style and appearance and if they're attractive or not is really pulls at people's heartstrings, and that's directly connected to people's egos and self-esteem and all that stuff. So we were just seeing how you can't attribute the beauty industry to any other industry ever, because most of those don't have to do anything with your feelings. If you're a good athlete, you're a good athlete at the sport. The beauty industry, who's to say what's beautiful and what's not? So it's just interesting seeing the whole everything has changed and whatnot. I even looked up, just to inform myself, what the definition of a model is. And it says, a system or thing used as an example to follow or imitate. So if one person, oh, I'm a model, so that's what I'm supposed to look like now. But if somebody else who looks completely different is a model, oh, I'm a model too, so is that what I'm supposed to look like? The definition by its own nature, you can't even agree with, because, oh, I'm supposed to follow this look now? So can we not use the term model anymore? I don't know. As we were watching this back, we noticed there was this one line I said. I was reading, I think it was a Vogue article. I couldn't find it back on my phone. The consumer and market reactions were phenomenal. We received photos of lines forming outside of our retailer stores around the world. Hundreds of people start posting selfies of themselves wearing the Fenty beauty on social media. Our first repost was of a beautiful woman wearing a hijab. The direct sales surpassed our estimations, crashing our website. They said the Savage X Fenty fans were so excited or something. One of the first things we got was of a beautiful woman in a hijab, blah, 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 blah. And we were just thinking, we were like, wait a minute, a beautiful woman in a hijab.
Why couldn't they just include her? Like, why did you have to say hijab?
Well, you can't just say a beautiful woman, like.
And I understand why they would, why they did that, because they feel more inclusive. You don't have to announce that you're being inclusive to be inclusive. Why do you have to announce that you're gonna make a shift when it could just be that? You can just put it out and that's what it is.
And the first thing we got was a picture of a beautiful woman in a hijab. Are you saying that women in hijabs were not originally beautiful, or especially Middle Eastern women, and they're some of the most beautiful women on the planet?
And then you come to think like maybe it is just marketing and trying to make more money, and that would be the reason to, announce that we're including everyone so more people could buy.
I'm a funny guy. Just be funny. I don't know. I'm a hard worker. Just work hard. This is just things that we're thinking about.
And I think it's just because that beauty is just so sensitive, could be really sensitive to people and their self-image and stuff. So the beauty industry may have to operate a little bit differently. So maybe, which is why they would say things like all-inclusive.
If somebody's in a wheelchair, a beautiful woman in a wheelchair.
Yeah, she could just be a beautiful woman.
Can't just be a beautiful woman.
She don't want to be known by just a wheelchair.
Yeah, this woman wearing a hijab need to be the hijab woman. Can't she just be a woman? And the first thing we got was a lady wearing a hijab.
See, look at, we included her.
She's just a regular person, like practicing her religious faith. It's not unusual to see someone wearing a hijab.
Before the shift, yeah.
Before the shift that apparently happened, that after asking my modeling friends, they still have to make all these 10 different requirements, and will get turned down by this brand and this brand and this brand and this brand, because they don't look like this and don't look like that and don't have the right weight, and their waist got to be a certain size, look certain good in certain clothes. Emma said, well, look at this Kim thing. Kim Kardashian didn't make any grand speech about her inclusion campaign. She just included people.
Just included beautiful people.
And didn't have to say that they were including beautiful people or including all different types of people. I don't know. Is that a marketing technique?
It might be. I think that's what I'm thinking now.
If you announce, we're now doing this, and was she not doing it before? And if we're going off of the goal here is to help people self-esteem, make sure everyone knows that they're beautiful and blah, 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 and we want everyone to be feeling confident in their own skin. Well, at that point, why don't you just go and do a nationwide, like a motivational tour speech? Everyone's invited, they get their tickets, and you speak to people and let them know everyone's beautiful and stuff, but it's clothing that you have to buy. Can't you get across the same message without making people buy something? Were people gravitating to this because it was Rihanna or because it was inclusive? A friend of mine brought up the point, well, people do want to, like, if only skinny girls or only small people are modeling a certain outfit and someone who's not that size gets it in the mail or something, it's not gonna look the same way. It's another marketing technique. If you see someone who's bigger boned or whatever you wanna call it, wearing something that looks closer to your size, you'll know what it will look like on you. So you'll be more inclined to buy it. Everything's about making money, I feel like, at the end of the day.
That's what it is.
It's all about money. These are companies.
It's money. Money driven, for sure.
A company's goal is not to make people feel good. A company's goal is to make money. People's good feelings don't pay rent, don't pay workers, they don't pay the factory that makes everything.
But then it's easy for these companies to, all right, for this campaign, we're just gonna say we're including everyone, it's gonna make more sales, Who knows what they're thinking? They may not even care about people like that. But
they'll just say,
it's easy to say.
And look at what we're doing now.
And we're not saying that that's what they're doing, but we're saying how easy it could be to do that.
It's just food for thought. It just had us thinking, like, now if she said that they made no money off of this, and I feel like, sure, then that seems like it could be this was solely meant to help people's self-esteem and help change the beauty standards and all that stuff.
Facts.
I have a feeling though they made profits on this.
They even said in the article that they did really good. It makes sense. It made more than sense.
It made a bunch of millions of sense.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, what does that even matter? What does any of this matter about anything? What's the point of all of this?
Yes. All that matters is if you watch LoveLiveServe vlogs.
Because that's the only thing I'm thinking that has actual real world like lessons and like impact.
All I know is you guys should text this number right here on the screen. We give you guys some exclusive access to certain things, videos, clothing, updates, but you have to text this number to find out.
Text that right now. We're gonna be starting like an exclusive club. People have been doing it. Logan Paul did it. Milk Boys did it. We're thinking about giving y'all an extra vlog if y'all text that number. It's gonna give you an automated response, and then once you put your stuff in, directly from my phone and from Noah's phone, we can text you. Once we get a bunch of people there, we're gonna start having the exclusive club with people where we'll give like exclusive merch. You'll be getting texts from us personally, extra vlogs. We're gonna be doing our podcast. Y'all gonna get exclusive podcast episodes that no one else is gonna get. But that's all for the future. I'm just giving y'all updated plan. Too bad I'm recording this hard, that jacket.
How many things have you bought off Depop? You guys get packages every single day?
Actually true, it's bad.
I think I probably gave Rob the Depop bug again.
Yeah, because I had it. I used to go on Depop and then I just stopped doing it. And then I was like, I need more clothes.
I'm logged out of my account and I can't make another one. So.
Damn.
Because it says you have to enter a phone number to do it. I did it. Invalid, already used with another account. I don't know my other account password, but whatever. That's just, I don't need to buy stuff right now. All I have is Strawberry Park and that's all that matters.
That's all that really matters. Look guys, I gotta get something off my chest. I was watching the NBA playoffs the other day, and they were all tall, and they were all way taller than me. And I've never, ever, growing up, seen a basketball player that's my height. I demand a shift in the NBA so that I can see people who are just like me. Now.
Why is that not applied?
Because they're all taller than me. The NBA players are taller than me. All right, there's the beauty industry, and okay, having one image of what beautiful or beauty is they're saying is not good. And then I try to think, all right, well, everyone's not a fitness model, okay? Not everyone has what it takes to be a fitness model. Is that a problem?
I'm okay with that. I'm not mad at the other models that are modeling. People are sensitive. Some people are more sensitive than us, and I understand that.
Then you look at, okay, well, there's all different types of body shapes, like frames, whatever. Some people are genetically predisposed to being heavier, whatever you want to call it. So where's the line of, where does health come into the equation? I'm 300 pounds. However, if you go to your doctor, they would say, well, you need to cut out XYZ because you're pre-diabetic or whatever, you have health issues or your heart problems or whatever caused by that. If you were smoking crack and I said, you scum, that's terrible. Why would you do that to your health? That's accepted. But if you're morbidly obese and I say that's disgusting, then I'm a villain. I'm an insensitive monster if I say that.
Yo, yeah.
You should fix how you look, or like you should change how you look. I can tell you to stop doing drugs, but I can't tell you to lose weight for the sake of your own health.
That could almost be a drug though too. Food and...
It is, yeah.
It's a drug.
It's an addiction just like anything else. And not promoting people should be bullied. Nobody's promoting bullying. Now, if let's say you're really big, let's say you're huge, or who knows? Let's say you're really big and you want to be like that. I don't care. You can do that.
Yeah.
Go for it. I can make a recommendation about what I think, or a doctor can make a recommendation to you about what would make you have a longer, better life span.
I try that on.
Yeah. That looks cooler.
No, I don't.
Hey, you look cooler than I do. Take it off. He looks cooler than I do. Because I want a world where everyone's happy. I would like everyone to be as happy as possible. Happy and healthy.
Happy and healthy, that's it. We can't even say anymore, guys.
And that's the thing, you can't voice your opinion because then you'll be smacked down by, no, that's wrong.
You guys are so insensitive to the... And I think it's safe to say that, generally. Yeah, people have their own health conditions and their own issues or whatever it is, but we're talking about generally, speaking as a whole here.
And I'm trying to understand the whole damn thing.
We don't understand anything, we're just trying.
Yeah, I don't claim to be the voice of reason. I'm just kind of spouting my thoughts, and if y'all latch onto it, then great. Where do we go from here?
I don't know, that was a lot.
I saw there was another one that was crazy. Rob's family tree.
Okay.
You're Japanese.
Partially.
Half, third, fourth. So I can ask your opinion on this. Emma posted this picture on IG. Emma posted this picture.
Okay.
So is that like offensive to you?
No.
It's not offending you?
No.
Some girl sent her some whole thing saying how terrible she was. Asian people have been bullied for years, having mono eyelids, but now suddenly it's become
so that's a thing?
It's become a faux trend.
So people actually do that?
Fox eyes. Trend which models, TikTokers as a pose while lifting their eyes. So you can't do that? Does it look like she's doing anything? Look at this. You're Asian.
That doesn't offend.
That doesn't offend you.
So you can't even be chilling like this.
If I took a picture like this, then I'd be offending.
Racist!
Lily's sitting there in my class.
You're actually doing that? This guy's a racist, dude.
Huh?
And it's like, if they were posting the caption that said like ching chong or something, then get mad.
Yeah. Then by all means, go, because that would be a racist thing to say. What about winged eyeliner? Doesn't that
change your perception of the eye?
Making it more closely
Slant,
to what an Asian person's eyes would look like? So can you not do winged eyeliner now? Because that makes your eyes look more... So is that gonna get banned now? Can I not eat Mexican food?
Right?
I'm not Mexican. Can I not wear a soccer jersey that's from Mexico? The Mexican soccer team? Because I'm not from there?
I think people are just bored. I didn't know like everybody was doing that.
I didn't know anyone was doing that.
I didn't know it was a trend. I just thought like it was just a pose, like, hey, I'm like a model, like.
So when Emma took that picture, was that just a pose she came up with?
Holding her face like that.
And what's wrong with that? And then people really feel the need to send long messages. You know how bad this is to do this. Oh my gosh, you're a disrespect to the
You
Asian
monster.
culture, you monster. I was just taking a picture for my Instagram.
Why do people get so offended?
Just Googling that?
We made a whole video about this 3 years ago. Here's the thing, with offense these days, on one hand you have people who are always offended but just now feel able to say so. On the other hand, you have people who are now offended because they're getting called out on the offensive things they're not allowed to say anymore. It all comes back to when you're accustomed to privilege, equality feels like oppression.
Yeah, because you're just used to it.
Words hurt. Any kindergartner called stupid on the playground could tell you that, which is why we're supposed to learn in kindergarten to speak kindly to other people.
That's why we're leaving this one up to you guys. Answer it in the comments, please.
Please,
What
help
are your
me.
thoughts?
Help me. Cause I don't know. And if a basketball player or somebody has an innate ability that I don't have, I'm not gonna get mad at them for that. I'll let them do their thing and I'm gonna do my thing. I'm gonna do what I do well and they'll do what they do well. Have everyone just do their own thing. Have fun, I do not care what anybody does. Have fun with it.
Have fun. Do you?
Do you?